So what's the one thing that you can begin doing today that will immediately increase your likelihood of getting rich, of meeting an attractive girlfriend or wife, or just really developing and living your dream life? That's what you'll discover in this video. Hi, I'm Bobby Rio, and before I get into it, I do want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell icon so that you're notified whenever I release a new video, because I've got some killer videos about to come out. Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you in this video might be one of the most difficult pills for you to swallow, but when you get it, when you really get it, it becomes liberating. You become limitless. Here it is, and listen to it and let it really sink in. There's only one person who's responsible for seeing to it that you achieve each and every goal that you set out for yourself. There's only one person responsible for attracting the woman that you really want, the income that you desire, and the life you really strive to live, and that person is you. Anthony Robbins has a great quote, and the quote goes, "The only thing keeping you from what you want is the story you tell yourself why you can't have it." When you think about that, right? When you think about what you want in life, whether it be the ideal relationship, a certain income, a better physical appearance, anything, you need to give up all your excuses, all your victim stories, all the reasons why you can't do it, why you haven't done it up until now, and all the blaming for outside circumstances that you have no control over. You got to commit to giving up these excuses forever. When I work with my coaching clients, one of the first things I warn them is I have no patience for blame or excuses. If one of my clients starts saying, I have no time to practice flirting with women, I stop them and I make them say, I choose to use my time other ways rather than talk to women, because that's ultimately the truth, right? Some guys blame the women. And I think, they think they do everything right. I do everything right, and the women don't just choose me, it's their fault. Whenever I hear this, I say, are you sure you're doing everything right? And then I send them my nice guy quiz that details 10 dating scenarios, and they choose how they would react in each scenario. And what they find almost every time is what they're doing is wrong. Now, if you want to take that quiz, it's free. You can take it at becomehighvalue.com/quiz. Here's the reality. Too many guys suffer from the can't do mentality. This is the mentality where you try to find all the reasons why you can't complete something, why you can't do it, why you just can't do it. For instance, a thought like, I can't find a girlfriend because I have no time. Bullshit. If there's one thing we're all on the same playing field, it's time. If a guy is busy with as much on his plate as Jeff Bezos can, be cheating on his wife and finding new girls to date, I find it hard to believe that you can. Or another person might have the thought, I was born with a slow metabolism. There's no way that I can lose weight. Again, complete bullshit. I've seen far too many people shed massive amounts of weight after years of being fat to believe that you're some unique genotype that lacks the ability to lose weight. In fact, I caught myself saying that when I got into my late 30s. I was like, oh, I guess my body just can't lose weight like I used to. And I believed it for a while. Then I cut out carbs and boom, turns out I can lose weight pretty quickly. Some people will naturally have it easier at certain things. I get that, right? Maybe they'll be born into a wealthy family. Maybe they'll have more connections. Maybe they'll have a bigger social circle, a faster metabolism. Maybe they're just naturally stronger or more athletic. But if you look closely at yourself, you'll find that you have a lot of advantages that other people don't have. In any area that you're looking to improve, there are countless examples of people who have achieved what you want, starting in an even worse position than you. When I was working on my dating life, that is one of the things that kept me going, was seeing guys who were worse off than me, guys that were, uglier, fatter, broker, whatever, dating attractive girls. Now, the key to achieving anything that you desire is taking the position that you've always had the power to make it different, to get it right, to produce the desired result. But for whatever reason, ignorance, lack of awareness, fear, needing to be right, needing to feel safe, you chose not to exercise that power. Dr. Robert Resnick, a psychotherapist, has a little formula that I want you to remember, and I want to show you how to put it into action. The formula is event plus response equals outcome. The basic idea of the formula is that every outcome you experience in life is the result of how you responded to events in your life. So here's an example of this formula and how it comes into play on a daily basis, okay? So the event is every Saturday and Sunday you have off from work. The response is you lay on the couch, play video games, eat pizza, and drink beer. The outcome is you're out of shape and you have very little social life. Now let's show you how we can mix and match this, right? The event stays the same. Every Saturday and Sunday you have off from work. Let's change the response. You join a bike club and you go on long distance group bike rides across the state. Outcome, you're more physically fit and you're continually socializing with new people. You know, the above was just an example of how you can control your response to an event leading to a different outcome. The point is that these events, they're outside of your control. You can't control the economy, the weather, your boss or your girlfriend's bad attitude, but you can control the way you respond to them. Over 10 years ago, when I first entered college, I was completely frustrated with my inability to lose my virginity and to meet a girl. It seemed that everyone around me was scoring with different girls every night. And I was going to the same parties that they were, right? The event. But instead of talking to girls, I spent nights getting extremely drunk, trying to compensate for my shyness, which was my response. So I was waking up hungover, feeling like a failure, and alone, of course, which was the outcome. I repeated this over and over again until near the end of the first semester, and I felt like a complete and utter failure with women. Now, towards the end of the semester, I had the realization that only a crazy person would keep doing something that's obviously not working. And I wasn't crazy, right? So at this point, I made the decision to change my response. I was more naturally introverted than a lot of my friends. It was something that I would have to work on, right? My previous response, though, here was to get drunk, to allow me to kind of open up, to lose my inhibitions. And this usually resulted in me making a fool of myself, passing out, getting, sick. None of these actions resulted me in getting the outcome that I wanted, which was to meet a cool girl that I could have a relationship with. I decided that my new response would be to spend the nights out imitating the guys who were achieving the goal that I wanted. I wasn't as naturally as extroverted as them, but I paid attention to how they interacted with the girls they were talking to, and I began to model my communication after theirs. I spent less time drinking and more time socializing. Within 2 weeks of adopting my new behavior, I met a girl that I would go on to lose my virginity and wind up dating. If you want a different outcome, you need to change your responses to the event. So earlier I mentioned my dating quiz, and in that quiz you get 10 dating events likely to occur with a woman, and it allows you to choose your response to each event and then see if that response is likely to get you the outcome you want. It's very quick, and best of all, you not only get the results, but I break down the answers and I explain why each response was either right or wrong towards getting you to the outcome you want. You can take the quiz for free at becomehighvalue.com/quiz. A lot of guys find it really enlightening, so I recommend you take it. And also, if you found this video helpful, hit like, leave me a comment with one thing that you're committed to taking responsibility to going forward, because that's what it's all about, right? This formula starts with the idea that you're gonna take full responsibility for life, for making things happen.